Ladies and gentlemen, I am awake for the night shift, and Tropical Storm Imelda is as bad as Harvey to some people in the southeast, and I know Houston got hit pretty hard. The last report I saw had over 42 inches for the high. I'm sure that will be exceeded. It looks like this storm is shifting east with some heavy rain bands showing up by Baton Rouge, if I said that right, in Houston. And there will still be rainfall in southeast Texas, which is very bad news because Beaumont and Winnie have been hit hard. Prayers to all involved. And it looks like there are still some rain chances possible over the next 48 hours for the hardest hit parts of Texas. But I want to remind you, and then you got tornado watches for parts of North Dakota. And I want to remind you that there wasn't a whole lot of advanced warning on Imelda. And so we are watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas of concern. Imelda will continue to do damage as she moves out. We've got a Caribbean blob. We have Jerry. We have this, which could develop, and this has a 50% chance of developing. This is the one the Euro's been showing us super strong for a while. Now, I had people yelling at me on the 18th. And I want to say again, Hurricane Humberto was Category 3. And the date I noted, it was the out to sea option. People don't seem very happy with that. So don't worry. If you want to get hit by a hurricane northeast, you got some shots. So we're going to take a look at Jerry, because this whole situation is weird. Notice how Jerry is a Category 2 hurricane here, and this giant blob, which is teleconnected to Humberto, seems to be bigger and badder, but only has a 10% chance to develop. Remember, there were people that were laughing at Imelda before it developed, saying it wasn't shit, but it turned out to be way more than just shit. This is my quote-unquote favorite model to watch to get a grip on things. We're looking at precipitable water. And the pink is the worst of it. But I want to point out, especially with Texas, and this storm has been weird. I've always believed they can manipulate the weather. They don't fully control it. But as I've said before, somehow this felt like an attack. But if you'll notice, this is the heavy area. It seems to skip all the way over Mexico and then resurface back at the Gulf, which I find very odd. But what we were watching here is Jerry. I think this will be a big game player. And Jerry is right here. If you'll notice, he's pretty south of Puerto Rico still. So all the models have it going out to sea. Even though it is south of Puerto Rico. So on my chart, this has Jerry somewhere down here on an Irma track, but all models have it going straight north at the 69-degree longitude. So I asked Badass Bobby Storm, who nailed Imelda and was very worried about it, ringing bells before anybody else, if she was sold on the out to sea, because I'm not. And she says, I don't know, I have issues. Caribbean blob feeding into old trail from Humberto. Does Humberto need Jerry? And blob is big. Jerry gets sheer. There's dry air. Wouldn't want Jerry more west towards blob for a bit. Wouldn't Jerry move more west towards blob for a bit, especially as Jerry is a fast mover. Just some issues here. So I point out my issues. Jerry is south of the GFS right now. Like, they both had it more to the north. So it's south of the GFS and Euro predictions. It seems like in this black triangle, the trough that is supposed to catch Jerry and push it straight north is breaking down. And the black triangle, the Caribbean blue bob, is this his shield against the high? Will this break down the high and create room for Jerry? And see this tail here that has come off of Humberto? Will this extend out and break down this trough even further? And Jerry, yes, it's a category 2 and it's fast. And earlier, the Mets had been saying if Jerry is a hurricane before Puerto Rico, that is bad news and a signal of more of a landfalling option. Hope you're okay there, and thanks to everyone who sent prayers to me. I'm on the second floor, so I've been doing okay the whole time. And if it ever gets to my floor, then that's really bad news for everyone in Houston. Watch it. What do you see? First, Imelda needs her credit card cut off because Imelda Marcos used to buy a lot of shoes. Second, Jerry looks more west than forecast, and that's what I'm saying. It's more west and south. Third, Humberto leaves a thin wake. Gone. Fourth, a lot of orange by the islands. And this is what I'm talking about, where it breaks down the trough. It's complicated. Not a lock yet. Yeah, so lastly, Jerry moving 17 miles an hour. Currently, maybe faster than forecast says. It more north of west or true west-northwest. I think Jerry gets a vote here. Plausible. It goes out to sea, but not totally sold here. Good map. This is a really interesting question. This area, yes, beautiful. So you don't think it's a lock either? No. And so, like right at this area, it's just supposed to go straight north. And this blue high, which was diving down earlier, is totally broken down. Okay, I mean, see, tropic, it's regenerating. Bothers me when a blob won't die when its logic shows it should have. Huge moisture below. And yes, it is chipping away at the high. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Caribbean blob develop. So let's go back over here to watching it in live action with all the notes that I've given you. So see how this was diving down in pure blue earlier? And notice how it is drifting into the Gulf of Mexico, although the secondary part of it is reforming. And that's where, if this blue blob catches the trough, this might allow Jerry to slip under it, which would then make it a danger to the Bahamas, Florida, and the East Coast. And I would say right now, until it gets north of Puerto Rico, it's a category 2 hurricane. I would definitely stay aware. It is supposed to be moving northwest until, like I said, the 69-degree feature is about right here, I believe. 69, yeah. And so all the models have it getting to the 69, and then just heading straight north. Oops, I should have loaded it. So see how it's... Wait, what is this? So this has it heading straight north, but see how it's... So yeah, I don't think anybody's out of the woods yet. See that? So if that high and trough breaks down, it will be bad news. Like I said, if people don't want Humberto to be the out of CEA, we one option. If you really want to get hit by a hurricane, well, it's manifest season, baby. And Imelda did some major damage, over 1,000 car rescues and people rescues. But the difficult times bring out the best in people, which are Texans, and the worst of people, which I think are, people from other states. Okay. And yeah, Imelda's been downgraded to a tropical depression. Me too. We lost 2 Texans so far in this storm. So I failed again. This is where Philip Pappen, who's always yapping cool shit about weather, talking about we have a category 2 Jerry on our hands. It's down to 974 pressure. This ranks Imelda with more rain to come at 43.35 inches. That is a lot of rain. And it dropped 5 to 7 inches in an hour. So, yeah. I mean, that's incredible. I'm looking for something. Here we go. And so, my big watch for the next 6 weeks started yesterday. Texas in that time has been hit by 43 inches of rain. And as Matthew Capucci says, unfortunately, Imelda has company. Lots of company. And so I don't think I oversold this at all. I might have even undersold it. doesn't seem like people will be happy unless the central and northeast coast gets hit by a hurricane. So if that's your wish, like I said, it's manifest season. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 options. So I'll keep covering this. I'll be staying up all night. And I'm doing the very best I can. But like I said, this is a dicey situation. While everybody's saying, oh, it's just out to sea, I wouldn't worry about shit. Hey, technically you have 4 freaking options, man. And so everybody all along the coasts need to stay aware unless that's not your thing. If the first 2 days of my severe watch, haven't set off your spider tingles and got your Jedi senses flowing, and I don't know what to do with you, man. All right. So God bless everyone. Stay cool. And yeah, the energy is like nasty. Even though the heavy rain has stopped and the rain has stopped completely where I'm at, overall the energy does not feel good. So hang in there. It's always darkest before the dawn, but dang, it's been dark for a whole long time. All right. God bless everyone. Stay cool.